What's up, YouTube? So I just wanted to take a couple of minutes and make a quick video of another blessing the Lord has given us. Myself, I'm not a big fan of vacation and hotels and being gone for a long time. And so 2 or 3 days max, and I'm ready to come home, and that's never been fair to my family. And so we got into camping about a year ago, and we bought a 24-foot tag-along that we really enjoyed, and it did great. It was a little small for a family of 5, and so we upgraded. And so this is what I want to show you. We got a 30-foot fifth wheel, and I've learned a lot about camping in general, and I'm sure there's plenty more to learn. And then I've learned a few things about the fifth wheel that that's been beneficial. And so when we were thinking about getting into camping, we watched a lot of videos and read a lot of forums and things like that, just to try to get some bearings on what we thought we might want to do. And so maybe this video would help you out just a little bit. I want to show you some things that we came across that we've done that might be of a help to you. So the first thing I want to show you is my rod holder. I love to fish, and so these are made by Berkeley, these little black holders. They have a foam insert where the rod snaps up in. They're attached to the camper with some silicone and a couple of stainless screws, and then they have, I did add the bungee cord just to keep everything secure. Now this works great on my flatbed. I wouldn't guarantee that this would work on a regular pickup. You'd have to do some measuring before you got into it. So that's something that you guys might enjoy to try to do there to store your rods. But then another thing I wanted to show you was this thing. So this is it's called a Rhino Blaster, and have yet to use this, but I will be using it on the next camping trip. Has a connection here for a water hose, a garden hose, with a one-way valve where it can't anything get back into the hose, and then it also has a shut-off valve. I have this connection on this end and this connection on this end. So let me show you what it's for and what it does. So basically, when you hook up your sewer connection, you would put the Rhino Blaster on to your sewer outlet first. Then we connect your sewer hose to it and run that then to the sewer dump, wherever, at your campsite, or if you're using a dump station. And what that blaster does is it gives you the option to connect a water hose if you need to. And the great thing about that is if you open your black tank and have a clog and nothing will come out, you can hook a water hose to it and turn that valve and put pressure back toward the black tank, which should free the clog. Now, we've never had a clog on this camper or the other one, but just in case, you would put that Rhino Blaster in line and then hook your hose to it. If you don't need it, that's great. If you do, it's already in line, no mess, no fuss. If I recall, my brother brought me that thing, and he got it at Walmart, and our local Walmart has it for about 20 bucks, and I saw them online for 20 to 30 bucks. And so it's a bargain at any price to have that. Another thing I saw on YouTube, if you do get into a situation where your black tank's clogged, normally what you would do is when you hook your sewer connection up and you get ready to dump your tanks, you would dump your black tank first and then dump your gray tanks afterward to flush out your line. And so another little hack, a trick that I've never tried it, but I feel like it would work great, is you would hook up your sewer hose and go ahead and run it, from your connection down to wherever your sewer connection is. If your black tank will not drain, what you would do then is you would open your gray tanks, and as that water begins to flow, you would come over here and put a hump in your line, like pick it up, put a hump in it, and let that water build up, back build basically in your sewer line. And once you have it back built, then you would close off your gray tanks, open your black tank, and drop that line. And so the water in the line would create a vacuum that would hopefully unclog whatever may be in your black tank. So anyway, that's a couple of little tips and tricks that might be of benefit to you. Another thing we did is our camper has an outdoor shower connection. And we bought an outdoor pop-up tent that is intended to use as a shower. The one we got was just a one-person tent, and I think I'm going to buy, there's actually make one that has 2 rooms in it. And so what happens is you can go in one room and, you know, pull your clothes off, whatever, and then go into the second room to take your shower. And once you finish shower, you come back into the first room, put your clothes back on, and then exit the tent. And I love doing it that way. And that way, you know, you know, as far as we have children, and I know how it is at home, and so I can only imagine with the marginal shower inside this camper, somebody would have to be watching all the time to make sure there's not water in the floor everywhere. And so if you do it outside, if you take a shower outside, you know, problem solved. So that's another little tip that you may be interested in. And while we're here on the slide out, this camper came with a topper. I didn't realize how useful those toppers were, but especially in the fall, if you're going to have leaves or anything, those toppers are worth every penny, because once that slides out, it keeps all that debris off the top of the slide, and you don't have to get up there and clean it off before you close it. Another thing is, you know, especially if your camper's used, you want to make sure and grease all the moving parts, all the mechanical parts of the slide. And I don't know of a good way to do it other than get a tub of grease and stick your hand in there and put it on. You know, maybe a rag or a brush may be a good way of doing it, but however you want to do it, make sure you get everything greased up. And then they also make a silicone lubricant that comes in a spray can. And whenever your slide is out, I don't think we're going to be able to see it, but anyway, there's a rubber seal in there. And you can silicone spray those seals and keep them in good shape, and it actually benefits, helps you with your slide moving in and out. Another thing that we got was the X-Chocks. Now this is an off-brand. They work great. I would recommend get on Amazon, eBay, wherever you like, and just research it real good and order something that'll work for you. But whatever you get, these things are great. We also have that black block there and this red block. And what those are for is for leveling the camper. And there's actually 2 sets. There's 2 black ones and 2 red ones. I'm using them, this particular spot it's parked at now, it's dead level. But if you're in a site where you need to level your camper, you would put 2 of those black blocks, one here in front of this tire and one here. And you would pull up onto, or if you prefer to back, you'd put them behind the tires here and here. And back up, and that thing works as a lever. And the further you pull up on it or back up on it, the higher it will pick your tires up. Once you have your camper level side to side, then you use the red block just to scotch underneath the black one. So those are real handy, not to have to carry a bunch of different things around with you. I also keep a whole bunch of 6x6s like that, and like that for the stabilizers, and also for, in this case I have a block, but normally a 6x6 works great to go under your step. And then also 6x6s for the landing gear. A 4x6 works really good too, and gives you a little bit more option on the height when you start stacking them up. So that gives you a little bit of information on the, you know, just some of the things we've come across. Here's another thing I wanted to show you. When I fold my steps up, I have a bungee that goes around, and the bungee just latches the steps into where, I mean, they're not going to come out anyway, but just for peace of mind, bungee really kind of secures that. One thing we did replace on the camper was these. This is the little latches that hold your cargo doors. I didn't realize it at the time, but they make magnetic versions of that. It's actually a lot better deal than this. These, as long as you remember to unhook them, to release them before you drop your, you know, your lid, your door, you're fine. But if you jerk on it, they're going to break. So, you know, magnetic, if you're going to have to replace them anyway, magnetic may be the way to go. And if I have to start replacing many, I probably will do that myself. Another thing that I did not know, and you guys probably already know this, but just in case somebody doesn't, I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I did not know it. On your awning. So basically, I've always seen these awnings just, you know, you just run them out and then you jack them up however, you know, whatever you want. And so what you have is you have your awning, then it's out here, your top out here. And then you have this brace, this post here, will then be at a 45 angle from its hinge up to the awning, wherever the awning may be. And I can't tell you the number of times, as ignorant as this may be, I can't tell you the number of times that I would run into that thing trying to get to the front door. The back one back there has never been an issue, but this one, for whatever reason, I'm just constantly having to watch myself so I don't run into it. I didn't know this, and my brother showed me. But this thing has a latch, and I'm not going to undo it right now because it's rolled up, but it has a latch right here. And you can unlatch this. When you get your awning out, you can unlatch this and take this pole that would normally be, you know, at a 45-degree angle from here up to your awning, like that. You can take that pole and unlatch it right there and bring that pole straight out so that you have it like a porch post straight up, like this. And then once you've done that, you take a tent peg or something similar. This hole and this hole sits flat on the ground, and you just pin it right there to keep it from moving. So if you guys didn't know that, there's a little bit of information that will certainly make life a whole lot easier on you. We usually just do the one pole there, like coming up from the front, but I've got enough tent pegs, we could do both. It's no big deal. And to tell you the truth, I may well do that the next time we go camping. Just put them both out there. Another little thing I was going to tell you about, I haven't done this camper yet. I did the other one, the 24-foot one, the tag-along. But if you get into needing to reseal your camper, and this one definitely needs to be done, but of course you'd want to wash everything, get it good and clean, get all the scum and mold and mildew off of it. But when you get ready to get up on top of that thing and reseal it, I know there's plenty of products out there that you know, that are for that, but one product I can highly recommend. It's not cheap, but once you use it, you will be glad you spent the money. I found this product on Amazon. I've used it before, bought it locally, but I found it on Amazon. It's $65 a gallon. You can buy it in a quart. You can buy it in a caulk tube. And it's called Through the Roof. It is a brushable silicone sealant. And you would be amazed when you start using that stuff. Buy a couple of cheap $1, $2 paint brushes. And, you know, once this thing's clean, you can get up there and basically seal every joint, every crack, every gap, even around the windows, all of that with that one product. And it does a great job, And it won't dry out. It stays, you know, elastic, and sun's not going to hurt it. It's actually designed to be used on the roofs of houses. And so, you know, something you can think about. Through the Roof. It's called Through the Roof. And, you know, it's well worth the $65 for the gallon. And to tell you the truth, if I recall, I think I used about a half a gallon to do the 24-foot camper, and that was doing the roof, every joint on the roof, all the way down from the top all the way down to the bottom, all the windows, all the doors, anything that might leak. And I used about a half a gallon. So, you know, if you look at it that way, 30, 40 bucks to seal up your camper, I think, and it's a great product. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Through the Roof. So anyway, there's some other things I want to show you guys, but we'll get to those things just a little bit later on. But if you, you know, if you're looking for something that you can get into for you and your family, if you're like me, again, a couple of days on vacation in a hotel and I'm done. I'm through with it. I'm ready to get home. And but we took this thing and we went for a week, and it was great. And, you know, no problems, no frustrations, no anxieties. We just had a good time, and looking forward to doing it again this coming spring, hopefully a couple of times, and maybe even some 2 or 3 day trips here locally. But if you're looking for something to get involved with your family, it's a lot of money. We paid a pretty good bit of money for this camper. It's used. It's a 05 model. But if you'll get on the internet and look, you can find a few deals out there. Just check them out real good. Make sure you don't have, you know, any damage that you're not willing to have to repair for the price you're paying. And, you know, get out there and enjoy it, man. I'm telling you, this is a great thing to be a part of. One other thing I will, actually, I think I have some of this in the camper. If not, I'll get it on the next video. But before we close this video, let me just look and see if I had any. Okay, I don't. Actually, I think maybe I do. No. right, so there's a product. It's called Tank Blaster. Tank Blaster. And it's what it's for is basically you put it in your tanks and it cleans the tanks. It's not something, I don't think the product's designed really to, you know, like this particular product here, you would add to the tank as you use the tank. But that product is designed to clean the tank and clean the sensors. And so if you have sensors that aren't working or a tank that's smelly or something like that, that Tank Blaster is a great, great product. Then another thing here quickly while I'm standing here looking at it, you can buy these little adapters off of Amazon and eBay, put them in a drill or an impact, and they make things a whole lot easier when it comes time to putting your stabilizers down. You can just stick it right on the end there, on that little bolt, and run that thing right down. Another thing I did, I know I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, I need to end the video, but just, so another thing I did is, this is our sewer. I'm not gonna pull it all the way out, but it's a pretty snug fit, but you can definitely put it in there. This is your sewer hose, and I promise it's not that hard to get out, just one-handed. But that's our sewer hose, and great place to store it. And the reason I like storing it there is I don't have to worry about it being in a compartment with anything else that we might use. So it can just hang out right there. And if your camper has that type of bumper, then you know that's a good place too. So all right, well, we'll end the video, and I'm sure there'll be some other stuff here as we make our way through this. I'll probably do a video when I do this, the reseal on it and the washing it and things like that. So, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Looking forward to making some more videos for you. And like I said, if you're not involved in camping, you definitely, you know, if nothing else, rent one, borrow one, whatever. You know, go try it out. You'd be surprised. All right, you guys, hope you have a great evening.